everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Long Drive. I am, as always, your host, and I'm an idiot because I hit the stream button and didn't launch the game. I had to run outside and get my wallet. I came back in and started to upload the next video to YouTube. Oh, is it started already? Where's the mouse? Hello. There we go. All right, so yeah, this is the actually I get single player multiplayer. This is the non-streaming game, and it's the streaming game. Oh, good Lord, what a day! It is so nasty outside. Ugh. Rain, humidity. I live in the South, and it is just icky. It's like breathing through a wet sponge, and then your skin gets clammy. Ugh. Get kind of lucky. Me and my girl have plans to either move up north to Maine, where there is no humidity, or possibly out west, where there's also no humidity and it's dry heat. Oh, that summer sun. Okay. Let's eat one of our door bacons. Just with the gravity, stack these things down. There we go. Don't fall off the damn thing. That one may be a little bit too long for the box. That's all right. Relax, fucko. I love it. Okay, moving on with our Whisper Quiet V2B motor. Yeah, I can't believe, like, for 6-7 hours I was calling that thing a Lotta motor when it is a Vaz motor. The Lotta motor is that big giant thing that looks like a cinder block with a cooling fan coming out of the front of it. Skoda is that first motor that we were using, the one with the blue, I don't know, whatever the hell you would call it, part of the motor, air scoop, I guess. Van's driving pretty good. It is a little squirrely, driving wise, just because like the front and back tires are closer together on this vehicle than they are the tow truck. So yeah, it's just a little squirrely, but other than that, I need to stand up for half a second. Let's let this thing coast to a stop. I'll be right back. Wow, I like how I hit the, handbrake and it not actually handbrake. I know I hit that button, whatever. Let's just get these things back on the whip. Thought it was going to coast to a stop, but it didn't. Oh well. Everything's still in place. Yeah, everything's still there. Let's go with my keyboard. Kind of rough. I have this stupid computer chair that I got used, and even though it's, it's a decent sized chair, it is uncomfortable. It puts me in an uncomfortable position on this table that I play on. Watch out, Rabbit. So the plan is to actually get an armchair that hopefully sits up about this high. This is a dining table that I'm playing at, not an actual desk. It sits up about 2 feet off the ground, 2.5 feet off the ground. So I got to find an armchair that seat is this high, and then that way my arms aren't, hanging above my heart trying to play this, because that's just not good for circulation. Arms go numb and fall asleep, and then it reduces stream time because then I have to like get up and actually stretch the old arms for a bit. Oh my goodness sakes, I'm tired. yesterday about killed me lifting up that stupid dresser, and then I'm gonna have to do it all over again next payday as well, or maybe the payday after. I'll get another dresser. Next payday is car payment day, and that's an important one. Yeah, when me and my ex were together, I fell out of a couple of damn good jobs, and then had a nice setback where my ex actually called up my employer and was like, "Yeah, he's not working there," and it's actually the employer I'm currently with. It's actually kind of a funny story. I was with this job for a long time, like a very long time, and then I quit. I was a supervisor, security. Came back, but anyway, so I was kind of forced to work at a lesser paying job, and it caused my car payment to fall really behind. What the hell was that? Who's breaking glass? Well, this is an empty piece of shit POI. Just go dumpster diving. It's a nasty mixture. Well, sometimes this happens where you will come up to a POI and have oh, you know what happened? When I hit that thing, the door became dislodged. There we go. I was trying to open the door and I couldn't. Um, you'll come up to a POI and it won't have hardly anything like spawned in. It's kind of unlucky. Or sometimes it'll be like something really good, like something really desirable. Like let's say the Volkswagen Golf Rabbit, which is a rare spawning car in the game. It'll have that, and then you'll have like no paint. You'll have hardly any gas. And then sometimes if the POI has no vehicles spawn in, like this one has no vehicles spawn in, the loot is usually better. But this one must just be like one very unlucky diner. Replenishing the old cleaning supplies here. Yeah, I see you. Asshole. I think we're... Nope, nope, I do have space for one more. That only has 10 in it. What good are you? $30 liters of alcohol. That one only has 7. Good God, lots of cleaning supplies. Let's see if there's any spray in the garage. 7. You know, I mean, in all honesty, I really don't want to carry just 7 squirts of spray. Like, to me, it's useless even just picking it up. I'll just see if there's anything on the car that I can clean up. Probably a saddlebag. Yeah, this saddlebag is kind of roached out. Let's just... There we go. In fact, you know what? Let's do... I mean, there's so little spray actually here that let's just use it to clean up saddlebags. This is coming with me. I'm not making 14 trips, so let's rotate and drop and pick up and drop. There we go. There, now we can pile this stuff in pretty good. And if we do, you know, come upon a vehicle in the wild, you know, I can clean it up to full on the go. Like I don't have to worry about driving it roached out, especially tires. Barring any major incidents, the only other vehicular upgrade I kind of want would be a diesel tanker with actual diesel in the big tank, because usually that will have anywhere between 8, maybe 900 liters of diesel. And then it's going to have that stupid Icarus No, I'm sorry, the Icarus is the bus. The was it IKW50 or something? It's got a weird number. Um, Basic diesel motor, the big giant truck motor. Um, I would just swap that over for a bus motor, like in a heartbeat. That one's one that only had 7 in it. Yeah. See, I have what? 17, 16, and 10. You know what? Thinking about it, let's go ahead and take this 7 with us because we can. If we do get a big vehicle spawn in, and I want to swap it out, like if it's a tanker and it's got shitty wheels, at least we can restore some of the wheels. All right, let's physics lock, get on there. All right, let's go. Oh, it's gonna be like that, is it? There. Now, let's see what this is I've been stepping on for the last 10 minutes. Extra basket. You know what? Well, I mean, like, we have enough storage right now, but for some reason, I don't know why, this basket to me seems like it might be actually lucky. This is going to be the lucky blue basket. I think is it the only blue basket we have? We'll find something to go in there. Oh no, we have this as a blue basket too. Oh, I don't remember which one I anchored. Oh, it was that one. Good. All right. Rearranging the bacon. I'm just stacking it in here just a little bit better. I mean, yeah, I mean the physics lock has it to where it is not going to move. Even when hanging vertically like that, this just looks better. And at some point, the road bacon that we have in that saddlebag is going to run out. So what I'm going to have to do is find a spot to chop this bacon. I think I just connected that. I think all 5 of these are now connected. That's kind of cool if it is. It's one solid piece. We'll try that next time we switch out vehicles. But anyway, once I finish all the bacon that's in this saddlebag, I'm going to have to pull all that bacon out of the rack right there and chop it up and fill up another saddlebag full of bacon. It makes it so much easier, like in the long run. And it's less like stuff falling and physics fucking up and stuff. What color's the van? That's right, we went purple with that, didn't we? And we had enough purple with that to make it. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to work, what I'm about to do. Like, it might. Let's see. Whoop. How is it? Oh, I see. Okay. Really, it's connected to the sponge. All right. That can happen. All right. It's connected to the sponge and not the basket. There. There. Now let's hook this up. It's honestly, it's a flat surface. Just slide across it. There, now it's actually hooked to the door, so it is 2 separate units. Pain in my ass. Alright, what else do we got here? Anything on the roof up here? Nothing worth mentioning. Anything on the roof up here? I failed that miserably. Son of a bitch. The planks in this game are a little hit and miss. That's another one of those VW cosmetic headlight scoops. Let's just go ahead and snack on that too while I'm thinking about it. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, shit on your building. Oh, God, it's so nasty. Nobody wants to hear all that. A liter of gas. I'm not going to lose sleep over one liter of gas. Another liter of gas. Liter of cola. Give me a liter of cola. Till the moment we met, I had no one to cling to. What I need to do between the videos is actually separate the Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and Fallout New Vegas, and just load whichever one I want to listen to into the radio. Because, like, I love Fallout 3, I really do, but sometimes I don't want to listen to Three Dogs. Sometimes I want to listen to Fallout 4, or Fallout New Vegas, rather. Especially when it looks like we're in like a desert area. Like, this is kind of deserty. That is so spooky. With the light only illuminating that one little area. And we'll just waste their electricity. We're done here. We're just going to sleep the night away. And then move on. So, how's everybody doing today? Today is my second day off this week. I've got almost nothing done because I am broke and it is raining. So, I'm not broke. I got enough for food, I think. But like as far as anything, like God help me if anything happens to the car or something. I hate, like, it's not really overspending myself because it's stuff that I need. But, like, I just hate having to spend extra money. Like, buying another dresser. You know, this is like the 3rd time in 2 years I've had to repurchase furniture. And I loved that chair and desk that I bought before me and my ex got back together for the last time. I had a very, very nice armchair. I found it at Goodwill for like 20 bucks. In fact, there's actually a chair that I want right now at the Goodwill. That's for 20 bucks. It's like I don't even know what they call it. It's a weird style I've never seen before, but I sat in it and I'm like, whoa, this thing's actually really comfortable. And I want to go buy it, but it's, again, like, you know, $30, $25, $30. And my car is very little. If I were to get it in the back seat of that car, it would be very tetchy. 1 liter of gas. Railroad car. 6. You know what? I do like finding squirt stuff in the wild. There. Diesel. Well, that's nice if you're rocking and rolling with a diesel motor. Oh, I think I cut that a little too tight. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God. Not the rock. Ah, stupid van. Let's get close to this tower and maybe the big vehicle will spawn in. Maybe. I don't think it will, but... Yeah, in that non-streaming saved game, in my test, the seed test that I did before starting to stream, big water tower had a tanker spawn, and I'm like, wow, I haven't seen one of those in a long time. but it was in non-drivable condition. It had no tires, no gauges, no doors, no grill, no motor, no radiator. Um, and sometimes if a tanker does spawn in like that, you can actually check the tank itself, and it'll look just like it'll have two of those like water spigots on it, and it'll say, "Oh, this tank's full of diesel," or "This tank's full of a mixture," or "This tank's full of gasoline." And to be completely honest with you, that's kind of the one I want, is the one full of gasoline. I mean, if we do get one and we see one full of diesel, I might switch to it anyway, because we can always find one of those like container ships. And then we have to wait for a bus to spawn in, which so far in this seed, I have yet to see a bus pop in, which is really sad. Tumbleweed. Oh my goodness. I think I remembered why I like to choose the flatbeds instead of the van. This van is very loud, like the side panels make that clanging noise, just irks me. Repetitive clanging noises get under my skin. Loud noises get under my skin. Like, I hate some of the motors in this game for them being so loud. Yeah, if we find a Barkus flatbed, we might switch it up to that. Not the tow truck flatbed, because that thing, I don't know. I like most of the vehicles in this game, and I say most of them. There are a few that drive me nuts. Drive, see what I did there? I do switch vehicles a lot, though, because it's like there's not a perfect vehicle in this game. There really isn't. Like, each one has its little critical flaws. This one's got super tight and sensitive turning. There's oh wow, two ships. See, this would be perfect if we had one of the big tankers spawn in. We're going to take note of where this is, though. 3048. So if we do go to the next POI and a big vehicle spawns in, we can pop a U-turn and come back and snag some of the diesel or oil or something. Yeah, having two ships that close together, that is fortuitous. But we're good on gasoline right now. Is that a third ship, or is that a rock? Bet you thought I was going to hit that pole, didn't you? Nah, it's a rock. Shit. Oh, God. So squirrely. You know what I think might be doing it? Let's actually engage the parking brake. Okay, it is. Let's get these pallets out of here. Let's do that. Oh, come off it. There we go. I want the music box. There. That now lives in my van rent-free. Bye, pallets. See, this is why I hate the white top vehicles. That is a glare eyesore. It looks like it's glowing. And yes, I just made it worse by taking the pallets off, but it seems to be driving a little less squirrely. All right, now what I would normally do if I wasn't streaming and wouldn't be called a cheater. In fact, you know what? I don't give a shit what you guys think about me. going to see if I can't make a big vehicle spawn in right here, this little tiny gas station. Ah, the odds are slim. The odds are slim. That's a bus. And that is, oh, I guess I could show you guys this since I don't think you've seen it on my stream yet.
What are you doing here?
Stealing your bus, that's what I'm doing here. What are you doing here? What was that movie, The Butterfly Effect? Get some popcorn, what the fuck are you doing? And then he hits the guy. I could put that in the van now that there's like 2 opportunities to get a lot of diesel. I could drive this if this thing wasn't so goddamn squirrely. So anyway, this is the size of a regular bus, like to about here. Then there's this joint in the middle of this one with the accordion, and then there's extra storage like back here. It's just too much vehicle. Like and then all the buses have like some kind of custom art. I guess that's a chick holding. Is she crying? It's really sad. I do like that. It's pretty. Whoever drew it, good on them. I don't have any artistic talent. But anyway, no. I mean, if that had been something, different. Let's see what we can get to spawn in. First bus of the game. I think it's well, no. I think that no. We had when I was trying to cheese the spawns at another thing. I think I saw the little short bus pop in. But yeah, that's what it was. But I didn't go up into it. We just reloaded the save. Come on, road. There's the road. I think one guy asked in the forum why his road disappeared, and I told him, I said, if you're reloading the save, the road for some reason pops in last. I mean, I don't know if that's across everybody's game. I know it doesn't mine. Like, first the flora and fauna spawn in, then the buildings, POIs, rocks, trees, then the road, then the enemies. Well, we could switch back to that. I hate to kill somebody humming so happily. That's really sad. I would switch back to this at the risk of making you guys exasperated, but it's, again, white top. So we're not going to bother. Road cones. You can wear those as a hat, by the way, those road cones. Nothing. There's nothing in here. What a crappy PO. We're just going to continue on. I'll reload it twice at an area that I think might... That's weird. Look at this. I'm not shooting anything, but the animation for it. Look at the fire out of the gun. I noticed it earlier. Two ships in that close proximity. And I know people are going to be upset. They're going to be like, oh, well, Az, you should have went and got that. That's a toilet. I'm not interested. I tell you what I will do, though. I'm not going to reload the save again. I'm just going to... We're going to check out these two ships. Not for the fuel that's in them, but sometimes it can have these 150-liter tanks. We can clean up our Betty van a little bit, if they do. The white top on this thing is just an eyesore. It really is. Whoops, whoops. I'm still unhappy about that rabbit, fucking up that... That was an awesome truck. I know I should let it go. It's been hundreds of kilometers since then, but I like that truck. I'm intentionally looking at the further one first. And in that way, we can go back to the nearer one, and then it will be actually closer to the road. It's just a way to keep myself orientated. So the road's like right there. So always check to make sure the parking brake's up. I am not chasing another damn vehicle. Well, this one hardly has anything in it. I'm being very careful not to hit any of these barrels because they can, I think these barrels can explode. I don't really care what's in them. We don't need any gas right now. No. Oh well. Hmm. Gums hurt. I had a tooth removed about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and yeah, it was really sucky. The dentist put a filling in that tooth, and oh God, she drilled it all the way down to the nerve. So then the tooth itself became the nerve, like the filling. Every little, I mean, if I just inhaled too sharply, it would be like somebody punching me in the side of the face. Well, anyway, she pulled the tooth, and it was bad. It was really bad. It was one of the, not the wisdom tooth, but the one in front of it, um, which there was nothing wrong with a part of needing a filling in it. Um, but the roots on it went all the way down to almost the bottom of my jawline. Bump. That didn't even hurt anything, did it? Um, so 9 shots of Novocaine, and I still felt every bit of it. Because the root, like 2 of the root tips were normal, the back 2 were fused together, like around the nerve. So anyway, it was the most pain I'd ever been in my entire life. And then on top of that, a couple months later, it's still sore and numb, not numb, but still sore. And then I noticed a bump, so I'm thinking maybe it's there's a tree in here. The bump from where she, injected the Novocaine, but it wasn't. It erupted, and there was something hard sticking out. So that what can happen when you have a tooth pulled is that there's maybe a sliver of bone, and your gum, as it's rehardening, pushes it upward, and that's exactly what it was. Well, I tried to pick at it, with my fingernail, and I couldn't get it, and I ignored it initially. And then I was eating something. I think it was a box of crackers or something. Anyway, I bit down, and when I did, the bit of what I was biting on, I guess, hit it directly, and it pushed it further in. So I can still feel the bump. I just can no longer feel that little bit of bone sticking up. You're supposed to go to the dentist to have it removed. Unfortunately, I owe this woman like $600, and I really I can't take care of it just yet, just because of having the move and everything. Um, so I'm hoping that the gum pushes it further back out, to where I can hopefully, do my own little finagling to get it out. But if not, I mean, I'm gonna have to call her and be like, "Hey, you got to take this piece of bone out of me," because it is still sore. Months later, that was I mean, I've had other teeth extracted, and just over the years, my parents decided I didn't need dental visits as a child, which is really, really bad. Like, if you have kids, please, for the love of God, take your kids to the dentist every 6 months like you're supposed to. Like, please do that. I don't care how much it costs, because in the long run, when your child becomes an adult, they're going to have a lot of dental problems, and then they're going to be stuck with the expense. So while your kids are under your insurance, take them to the fucking dentist. I like to smack both of my parents right upside the back of their fucking useless heads. Well, anyway, uh, so I've had extensive dental work done, but and I still got a lot more to do. But the rest of my teeth, like where I have had teeth removed, like the gums have hardened up, perfect, fine, no problem. Haven't had, knock on wood, a single dry socket spell or anything like that. But this one particular molar, I guess it was the biggest tooth in my head with the longest roots in my head. It's still, even where the tooth was, it's still sore as hell. And the one in front of it needed filling as well. But she actually did a pretty good job on it, to be honest with you. My dentist is really good. It's just she's expensive. And then the crappy insurance my company has, it didn't pay for much. Yeah, dental work is like one of the worst American healthcare systems out there. It's really too expensive for what little bit of actual doing that they're doing. Um, and then obviously you have to wait for months and months and months on end. I have two more wisdom teeth that need to come out, one on the left and one on the upper right. And the upper right one's broken. It's been broken for years, actually. It just doesn't hurt. I keep it very clean. The one on the left, though, like I can feel it with my tongue all the way back in the cheek line. Like I try to clean back there as best I can, but I think over the years, just I haven't. I think there's an issue back there because every so often my jaw back there will get inflamed like puffy. It was doing it yesterday too. Is that another container ship or is that a that's a that's a rock and a tree? I thought it was another container ship. I was gonna say that's kind of lucky having three within 2 kilometers of each other. Um, but yeah, no, it was getting inflamed last night as my stream was coming to an end. So what I ended up having to do was flush it with hydrogen peroxide, hit it with the toothbrush real good, then the mouthwash, and then take an Advil to actually reduce the swelling. But anyway, I called the dentist, the same one who extracted another wisdom tooth of mine. Um, he's a butcher. It's an awful dentist. I really don't like him. He did very well extracting the tooth. I barely felt it. But as far as like the Novocaine goes, he treated my gum line like it was a damn pincushion. But anyway, I called him up to book an appointment, and I called him last month. Bear in mind that was July when I called, and she's like, "Okay, well, we got your first next appointment's gonna be September 19th." And I'm like, what now? September?" I'm like, "What the fuck is that kind of shit? It's 2 months down the road. My teeth could be rotting out of my skull, and I won't even be looked at yet." And she's like, "Well, all the children are trying to get their wisdom teeth removed before school starts." See, I can understand that. All right, like as an adult, as a child, I went to the dentist, like one of the few times my dad ever took me to the dentist, and I was having a lot of pain because my wisdom teeth were coming in. And this lazy ass old freaking moron dentist was like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with your teeth. They're completely fine. You got plenty of room for them to come in. It's going to cause some crowding in the front, but it's great." And then my dad, being a cheapskate, "Oh, okay, I can save money, so we're not going to have your wisdom teeth taken out." Now, as an adult, I have had nothing but problems, all stemming from my wisdom teeth. And that crowding in the front is really bad because it's crowding. It's like teeth overlap. They're bad. So now they have to actually become extracted. So I'm going to have to get a partial denture, not only for the cladocranial dysplasia that I was born with, which is the lack of upper teeth in the front, and they never grew in. Like I didn't even have adult teeth underneath. But then the fact that I now have to have a partial bottom as well. That is not cheap. And now instead of my father's insurance paying for it, as it could have done when I was a kid, now my own insurance has to pay for it, and my pockets have to pay for it. Must have hit the ladder on that one. All right, let's see what we got here at the old building. And again, no big vehicle, no tanker or anything. Let's see, what are you? Anything good? It's not a big tank, because that big tank sticks out of the crate. There's a little tank. What's in the little tank? More water I don't need. That's a 42-liter tank, like I already have plenty of. It's probably got oil in it. Oh, 7 liters of gasoline. Okay. You know what? We've been driving for a while without putting any more gas in. Let's go ahead and see how much gas we have burned. Not much. I told you the VW tank the VW motor just sips its gas like a fine wine. We're not going to keep this roached out piece of shit looking tank. I am, however, going to kill that bunny rabbit. Where'd he go? Okay, the fact that he disappeared is worrying to me. Don't you run from me? It's like they can detect when the crosshair is on it. And this isn't the only game that I've played that's very similar to that. It's like, was it Skyrim? You could be nowhere near the NPC, like it's not even hardly in the loading zone. And as soon as you put your crosshair on it, it'll start walking. Like, dude, like, are you serious? Oh, but it's challenging. No, it's not challenging. It's annoying and unrealistic. Getting every tank version but the one I want. Ooh, that's a fair amount of spray. Yeah, got another boat over there. We're going to check that one out, too, to see if there's another tank in that one. This one. All right, that one's fully intact now. All of our saddlebags are getting kind of clean, except these two. I could stick the tires on that flatbed. Let me see something real quick. Oh, it's a non-white top flatbed. If that had leather seats in it, we'd be grabbing that immediately. The black seats, not the... I hate the canvas seats in this game. Floor bacon. Ooh, more spray. I'll take it. Some oil or gas. So VW Beetles cosmetic covering for the radio. And open up the mother-in-law door. Push your mother-in-law out of it. And we'll just do a cursory inspection. There's hardly ever anything on the roof. There's a giraffe. A soccer ball. Huh, weird. It's the very first time in over 300 hours of gameplay that there's actually been something on the roof worth looking at. No, don't climb all the way up. Son of a bitch. He did it again. There we go. Some scrubby, wipey. Some squirty. More squirty. Nah, we don't need anything else. Ha! Got it. I'm intentionally, like, using all this stuff up, by the way. There we go. I don't think there was anything else on the van that needed sprucing up. I think this one could use some. Yeah, that one did need some. I got him right in the asshole. Redefining tearing something a new asshole. What are we? Okay, let's see. We're going to put you just like that. And we're going to stick you in the basket. Just like that. Boom. Yes, I redefined the term OCD. And we'll grab some of this water we didn't need. Always take advantage of it when it's free. Meaning it's not like part of my truck reserves. I think that's all we can. Yeah. All right, moving on. Moving on, indeed. What are we at? The 360 mark. We have a long, long journey left to go. 3,000 kilometers, and then turning around and coming back another 3,000. I'm actually really stupid for stopping at all these POIs, and like rating them of everything that they've got in them, because then eventually we're going to have to do a U-turn, and all these POIs are going to be already loaded with shit in them. So it's just like whatever I leave behind for myself on the return trip. So there's that to consider. But I am going to look in this ship and see if there's another 150-liter tank just in the ground. Sometimes it happens. I found two before in one container ship in another playthrough. You couldn't ask for more convenient placement than that, right in the road like that. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I can already look in here and see that there's not. And you might be asking yourself why I'm not metal detecting. It's mostly going to pick up these barrels. I wish there was a mod to let you see under the ground. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. That's part of the ship. Yeah, okay. Alright, I didn't even look to see how much liquid was in there. We're just going to move on because... Now, honestly, I also have never been up here. And it looks like there's openings to get up there. But I don't want to risk, like, jumping that high. And none of the vehicles, unless you build steps out of pallet. Like, maybe one day I'll just collect all the pallets that I see and get, like, 60 of them. And then, like, build a staircase on a car to try to make my way up, using the struts and the pallets, and try to build myself a way up there and see if there's anything actually in those container ships. I came really close one day. There was a ship partially buried in the ground. That's good orange juice. I've already eaten my breakfast too. I'm trying not to snack, well, at all anymore, really. I mean, because I'm trying to, watch my girlish figure. But I don't want to be crunch, 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 crunch in the stream. It's so rude. So I will probably end up taking a break, maybe at the 2-hour mark or so. I've eaten breakfast before I started. I wasn't actually going to stream till later on today. Like I had plans today. I had to do laundry and stuff, but it's nasty out, and I really don't have the money for the laundromat. So I'm going to have to like bring my laundry to my father's house, just to wash them, and then take the wet clothes to the laundromat, because like drying clothes is only like a quarter, whereas washing them is like $10. Exploitative laundromats. I'm not even opening any of these boxes. The big tank sticks out on the sides of the boxes, so you can tell if there's anything in them or not. So I think maybe every third POI we should open up and take what's in them. Maybe every fourth POI, and in that way, we'll have loot for the return trip. I got to thinking about that earlier. So which means that by the time we get back to this point on the return trip, I'll have 3 container ships worth of fuel to be able to hopefully make it the 365 kilometers. So hopefully, a little idea that I had. I was thinking about it. So we didn't loot that one. We're not going to loot the next one. The next one after the next one, we'll loot. We'll see what's in there to grab. And barring any major catastrophes, we have everything we need as far as what we want to carry with us, as far as like containers, saddlebags, stuff like that. We're now full up with saddlebags. And as far as like a vehicle is concerned, I do want to get the Barkus flatbed pickup truck instead of this one. It handles a little bit better turn wise, and I don't have to keep climbing into the back. If we can find a Barkus flatbed non-white top, that's what we're going to switch to, and then that will be our apocalypse vehicle. But again, just like with the other standard Barkus vehicles, there is no tow hitch. So you kind of have to just bring what you want with you on the journey. Bun bun. I can't remember if I've used this V8 engine in the actual IKW50, I think the big truck. Is that a diner? Or is that a rock? I think that's a diner. That is a shiny rock. Oh, what a tease. But anyway, the motor that comes standard in it is a truck diesel motor. It's less powerful than the bus motor, but eats up just about the same amount of gas. I don't think I've ever put a V8, excuse me, gas-powered motor in one. This VW gas motor would not be able to. I mean, yeah, I can put it in. You can put anything in there. I just don't think that it's got the horsepower to make it up hills if I did. Another big building. I'm not even going to save it. I'm just going to take what spawns in. I'm only seeing the vehicle at this point. I'm not going to loot this building either. But it looks like it's been properly loaded where it spans the road like it should. Oh, I hear the UFO. That is loud. Oh, is that a tanker? That is a tanker. Let's see if it's an intact tanker or if it's just a tanker trailer. If it's just a tanker trailer, we can't do anything with it. I'm just waiting for the UFO to go away. There we go. I can't turn the engine off with the UFO still in proximity. Huh. First tanker we've seen on the stream. It looks like it's just the tanker trailer, though. It's not the full vehicle. Yeah. I hate to kill somebody so happy.
What are you looking for, huh?
Oh, you got the damn
Come
ladder.
here.
Looking for a better vehicle. What do you think I'm looking for? All right, so yeah, if you got a vehicle that's got a tow hitch, you can attach this to it. This is designed to attach to another one of the same type of bus tired vehicles. 551 liters of diesel. So yeah, if I had a bus, I could attach that to the back of the bus and carry it with me. Actually, you can put it on anything. You can put it on the VW if you wanted to. but I don't have a diesel motor right now, so trying to grab that is just useless. But that's cool though. That's 500 and some odd liters of diesel. So if we had the bus, or if we had a big vehicle, like let's say the big camper, we could attach that to the back of it, and then we'd have diesel for days. I would make a, if I had it at that point, like if I had that vehicle, I would attach that to the back of it, do a quick U-turn, and raid all three of those ships and just fill that tank with more diesel. One of my saved games, I had that setup where I believe it was the bus I was driving with that vehicle behind it, and it was full of 1,700 liters of diesel, and then the bus was full, so that was at 280 liters of diesel in the bus. And then, um, because it was a bus, I had a lot of these spare tanks full of also diesel. So diesel for days. That's cool. That's there. That's the first tanker I've seen. The tanker truck is that same, that IKW50 or whatever it's called, but with that tanker as its bed instead of the flatbed or the camper, which we've seen a camper. That buggy glitched out. The tanker is the only one of those trucks that I have not had issues with as far as like bugging out on me. And the flatbed I've never driven. The flatbed, we're going to call it a dump truck because if the engine's running, there's a lever inside. If you hit it, like the bed of it tilts up and extends out. I don't know why that would be a thing. There's no reason for it to do that. It doesn't assist in any kind of loading, unloading. I guess if you've got the physics lock turned off, you can just unload all your crap in one go. Just dump it all out. I don't know why anyone would want to do that. No viewers, not even myself. It is early in the morning. It's noon. And we're making great progress. I'm having a blast. This is really fun. I do need to take a short break for just a minute. I will be right back. Oh, we're at the 57-minute mark, so I guess we'll just call this one an episode. And I'm going to return in a moment for the next recording.